Hi, everybody.
Hello,
I'm Connor,
I'm Mark.
and welcome to Bad Karma. Mark's not got comfy yet.
I am now.
Stupid. Supposed to get comfy before you press record.
I'm never comfortable.
Edgy. Okay, we hope you enjoyed the last episode, which was Listener's Choice, Mandela Effect.
Talk about Pikachu's tail and Arc to car.
So,
They've kind of agreed a time frame for when we're going to do viewer's choice, because we can't have every episode as a viewer's choice, but we do want to do them quite often. So we said every month, didn't we?
yeah, so every month, as soon as we've done the episode, we'll put a new poll out with new options, and you guys can vote every month for a listener's choice on what you would like us to research and talk about. Well, actually, Mark, because I already know what I'm researching and talking about.
But yeah, so monthly, you guys will have a say in what we talk about. The poll will be on the Facebook page, so if you haven't looked at that already, please make sure you do.
We will also put it on Spotify. So when we upload Listener's Choice, we will upload the options for the next Listener's Choice poll on Spotify, so you can vote within Spotify as well. We're learning how to...
We're learning to internet.
We're learning to podcast.
Yeah.
It's a big world, and we're just little fishes.
Also, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, because we are going to start uploading segments from these podcasts to YouTube. If we ever make a podcast about a subject, you're not quite sure if it's something you want to commit to, these tend to be about an hour or more. You can check out the shortened clips on YouTube. I've just uploaded one around the Arctica Mandela Effect. I think it's about 10 minutes long. So that's probably the best alternative if you're not quite sure if you want to commit an hour of your time to it. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yes. Okay, so today I am doing the unsolved murder of Helen Fleet. If you remember on my last episode, I did the unsolved murder of Bryant. We talked about how she died and everything. Well, we're going to do the same with Helen Fleet today.
You left us on a bit of a cliffhanger on the one you did, because you said that the next two that you would be doing were kind of connected.
Yes. So when I go through the case, you'll see little bits that are like, oh, but not only that, I am not going to tell you the full-on extent of the links until the last case I do, which is not the next episode, it's the episode after.
Okay.
But I do need to pre-warn you, that episode is going to be about a death of a 14-year-old child.
Okay. So, I mean, I'm interested to see kind of how these cases link together. When you say they're linked together, do you mean that they are the same kind of deaths, or are you saying that literally they're connected, like the suspect is the same in all of them or something?
Same kind of deaths.
Oh, okay. So not massively connected then, but similar.
But the police do believe they're linked.
Oh, okay.
Helen Fleet was born in Stoke-on-Trent in Staffordshire in England. Helen was born in 1921, but I'm unable to find a date of birth for her.
Again, what is it with these dates of birth?
Well, English people don't have date of births.
Oh, well, at least they're not documented very well.
Yeah. It is believed. So Helen lived in Crewe in Cheshire, England, until she was 18 years old.
Yeah.
Helen joined the Auxiliary Tutorial Service during the Second World War. The Auxiliary Tutorial Service? What is that? I hear you ask. Did you ask that, Mark?
I didn't, but I was thinking it.
Then ask.
What is an auxiliary tutorial, whatever it was you said?
The Auxiliary Tutorial Service was formed on the 9th of September 1938, initially as a women's volunteer...
Low to speed.
Oh, I can't. The Auxiliary Tutorial Service was formed on the 9th of September 1938, initially as a women's voluntary service for the British Army.
Oh, all right.
So it's a branch of the British Army just for women.
Okay.
This existed until the 1st of February 1949, when it emerged with the Women's Royal Army Corps. In the Auxiliary Tutorial Service, Helen trained as a lorry driver.
All right, okay.
Before transferring to the Women's Auxiliary Air Force. Helen went on from here to have a career for an Oxford engineering firm.
Right.
So she sounds like a very bright woman.
So she was HGV vehicle driver, and I guess this makes it sound like she
Was it engineer as well? Right?
yeah, maybe like repairing them and stuff as well.
Yeah, bright woman.
Okay.
There's not much about Helen. The only things I could really find was that Helen was married twice. Her first marriage ended in divorce, while her second husband died and left her a widow.
Right.
So she
I'm guessing if she
doesn't have much luck.
was she in the auxiliary thing until it ended in 1940, whatever it was, 1949?
It doesn't say.
Because I'm thinking that's around the time the World War, both World Wars would have happened. So
the auxiliary tutorial service wasn't formed until the Second World War.
oh, okay. So would she have worked for them during the Second World War?
Yeah, she did.
Oh, okay. All right.
At the time of the murder, Helen lived with her sister in Weston-super-Mare. So that's like Avon and Somerset way, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
So let's get down to the nitty-gritty. On March 28th, 1987, so this was when Helen was 66 years old.
Right.
The morning began with Helen dropping off her sister to go shopping. She then called in the bakery and petrol station before heading to Woolbury Hill to walk her two dogs. Helen walked her dogs twice a day in the same woods. She had the same route every time she walked them, and she always walked them out a mile at a time.
That's dangerous, though. Like, same route every day. Other people can get used to that same route and know where you are at any given time. It's not always the brightest thing to do.
But for a 66-old lady, you can get into routines.
Yeah.
And can I just point out as well, like, my nan, she was 66 when she died, and she looked like an old, frail woman. And so did Helen.
Right.
So thinking back to that time, they had such a hard life. Like, if Helen had a hard life, she was in the war. My nana, she had and raised kids while my granddad was a lorry driver.
Yeah.
So I think they had 7 kids in total. That couldn't have been easy.
No.
Bearing 7 children is not going to be nice on your body either. But women and men, is it just me, or do they seem like they aged a lot quicker back then?
No, they did, but also when you're going through world wars and stuff, we get told war ages you.
Yeah.
War isn't particularly kind to you, so...
Helen was last seen at 10:50 after parking her car along Woolbury Hill Road. So this is where the woods that she goes to.
Yeah.
It's believed that the murder took place sometime between 12:20 to 12:40 p.m. 3 people have said they heard screams around 12:20. Helen's body was discovered 200 yards from a house and a bus stop at 12:40 by Sylvia Lewis, a friend of Helen's who frequently used the same park to walk her own dogs.
Can you imagine going through a world war, right, and all this hardship, making it through, joining the army, just to get killed by some fucking loser in the woods?
Yeah, I can't imagine that.
What a horrible way to go.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So it was even Helen's friend that found her, an acquaintance of Helen's that found her. So it's not like a stranger found her.
Yeah.
Spotify. It must have been horrifying.
Oh, yeah.
So Sylvia came across Helen because she found Helen's dogs barking and running freely around the area of where Helen's body laid. So she saw Helen's dogs and was like, "Where's Helen?" Went to investigate and found a body.
Have you noticed, because this happened in the last one that we looked at as well, have you noticed that the killers never kill the dog? It's with them. I wonder why that is.
Strange, isn't it?
Yeah, because you'd think, if the dog's going to be barking and stuff while they're doing what they're doing, wouldn't you kill it? Wouldn't you silence it?
Yeah.
But they never seem to kill them. They either let them go, or the dog's found with the body because it refuses to leave the body. It's quite strange.
Dogs are very loyal as well. They're not like cats. Cats will eat you. Dogs will stay by you. So Sylvia ran to a nearby house and told the owners of the house that her friend had collapsed.
So she thought she was alive.
She did. So the homeowners, David and Hazel Davies.
David and Hazel Davies.
Yeah.
Okay. David Davies.
Yeah. David and Hazel went with Sylvia to where Helen's body was. And instead of finding a collapsed person, they found Helen's body and she had 10 knife stab wounds. Her head and body was beaten, and she was also strangled.
So her friend didn't notice that when she first...
She probably panicked and ran.
Well, if you see someone on the floor, depending on...
She might have actually gone close. She might have just saw that she was laying there.
Recognised though.
Yeah.
But why would you not go over and go, oh my God, are you okay? You know what I mean? I don't get why you would... Like, to me, the first thing I would do is go over and check they're okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't see a body and go, well, shit, better run away. I don't get it. Without being there, I can't tell if that's a normal, logical thing to do, but I can't imagine seeing a body on the floor, not even going over and check, especially if it's someone I know, not even bothering to go over and kind of ask them, are you okay? Because what if they're alive, but they're dying?
Yeah, it could save some precious minutes, couldn't it?
Well, not just that, if they've been attacked or something, surely, like, you could ask them who did this. You know what I mean? Or what if they're choking or something? What if you could do something to save them? You wouldn't know unless you kind of ask them or try and, look at them and see what's happened. I don't get why you would see a body, not interact with it in any way, not even get close enough to see that this person's been stabbed to death, and then just fuck off.
But you also don't know how old this person is either.
Yeah.
Because this person could just have very poor eyesight.
Maybe, yeah.
So once David realised Helen was dead, he called the authorities. A postmortem determined the cause of death was manual strangulation and stab wounds. Although her clothes was disarranged, there was no sign of SA.
Okay. What do you mean by the clothes were disarranged? That has been a struggle and the clothes have been ripped or something?
It just says the clothes were disarranged. The clothes was disturbed.
Okay.
Does that not remind you of the last piece?
Well, the other one, there was a sign of...
There was no sign of sexual assault. The clothes was disarranged.
Okay. No, I'm pretty sure you said that there was...
No, they said that they believed it was sexually motivated because the clothes was disturbed.
Okay.
Whereas this one's saying, the autopsy is saying that the clothes was disarranged, but there was no signs of SA. So the perpetrator hadn't SA'd her.
Right.
So Avon and Somerset Police set up a task force of roughly 120 officers.
Okay.
Did house-to-house inquiries and vehicle checks. The murder weapon was believed to have been a small-bladed knife, which was never found.
Right. So I'm trying to remember how the previous person died. They weren't stabbed, were they? They were. Yeah. And the knife wasn't found then either, was it? But the glasses were returned to the scene.
Yeah.
Okay. When you're saying they're connected, is this potentially the same killer?
I don't know, because I haven't read the connections yet.
Okay.
I haven't actually read the connections. I've just seen that they're linked, and that's why I said I'll read it, because I don't want to go into this knowing everything, because then I could give something away. And
Okay.
I'm finding this out and doing the research as I'm going along with it with you and the listeners.
Okay.
By the end of March 1987, the police had around 70 statements, received 70 phone calls, and followed 200 lines of inquiries, but was still no closer to finding the killer. On the 31st of March 1987, 500 posters was put up by the Avon and Somerset Police all along Weston-super-Mare to encourage people with information to come forward. In April 1987, they had over 240 phone calls and 349 statements. This helped them identify 3 individuals they wanted to speak to.
Right.
So the individuals are a boy aged between 15 to 18 who was seen wearing a distinctive ski jacket and was walking alone in the direction of the water tower at 11:30 a.m. The second one is a man in his early 20s, seen running along nearby Ashbury Drive sometime between 10:30 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. And the third one, a boy about 12 years of age, who was seen on the morning of the murder in the woods carving into a piece of wood with a small knife near the water tower at 10:15 a.m. The 12-year-old boy was subsequently interviewed and ruled out of the investigation. So out of those 3, they managed to find the boy, the 12-year-old.
But they didn't find the other 2?
No.
Okay, but they've ruled the boy out?
Yes.
Okay.
On the 12th of April, 1987, there was a potential hoax call where a woman called to advise she believed it was a family member that committed the murder. She called 3 more times, in which she said the family member confessed to killing Helen following a row over dogs. The caller called 4 times in total, but refused to give her name or details due to her safety. The police did believe it was genuine until the lady said that she'll come to the police station and make a formal statement, and she never arrived, and the police never heard from her again.
Okay, that seems like attention-seeking, because she was refusing to give her name or any details about herself, but she's adamant it's a family member of hers. Why tell them if you're not willing to then say who you
It was, yeah.
Because...
Well, you don't even have to say who you are, but you can give...
You can say the family member.
Who the person is, yeah.
Yeah, maybe the family member will figure out it was you, especially if they confess to you.
But police protection, hello?
Well, yeah, but also, why bother telling them at all in that case? Because you're not intending for them to actually do anything about it, because you're not giving them the basic information like who the person is.
Yeah.
That's done the confession.
Yeah.
So why tell the police that?
Makes no sense.
No.
The police released the final telephone call to the public to help identify the woman, and nobody came forward.
So that would be, do you recognise this person's voice?
Yeah.
I guess so. Do we have the phone call?
I've tried to Google it and I can't find it. So the first boy is still a person of interest, and a potential second boy in a ski jacket was seen by 2 witnesses running from the area of the murder. A witness on a stationary bus, only 50 yards from the crime scene, saw a youth running past wearing an anorak. Police believe that the youths may be the same.
Right.
Seen at different times by different people.
Right.
By the 21st of April 1987, the police made an appeal for information on Crime Watch. They filmed Helen's moments and broadcast it on the 21st of May 1987. By August 1987, the police had collected 1,156 statements, listed 2,873 houses where they did door-to-door, and interviewed 5,300 people, but the police were still no closer to solving the murder.
Imagine if one of those people that they've interviewed is the killer.
On 13th of September 1987, someone called and said a man named Steve may have committed the murder, but hung up before questioning could begin.
So I'm guessing that's not that same woman that called and said it?
No, because it was a man.
Right.
On the 14th of April 1988, on an episode of Police 5, reminded the public about the facts of the case, hoping for new ideas and leads. The police followed up on 10 calls that came from that broadcast.
Right.
It is estimated that 40 people in the area of the murder have still not been traced. 3 officers continued to work on the case a year after the murder, and a report by a forensic psychiatrist concluded the killer was probably between 17 to 24 with sexual problems.
Sexual problems?
Yeah.
Like what?
Couldn't get it up.
Oh, okay. What makes you think that?
Because the clothes were disturbed, but no sign of SA.
Well, yeah. But that could just be that I think I said this in a previous episode, they've kind of gone, okay, I'll kill someone, but I ain't raping them.
Yeah, but that makes no logical sense.
Some people see rape as worse than murder.
Okay.
I don't know why, but they do.
The police are aware of 5 individuals that match that profile that was seen at the scene between the time Helen was last seen alive and murdered.
Right.
But nothing has come from it. So I'm going to move on to developments in later years. So in October 1997, Helen's murder was one of 17 unsolved murder cases from the previous 30 years to be re-examined by Avon and Somerset Police. Numerous pieces of evidence from the original inquiries, including clothing, blood samples and fingerprints, was reanalyzed using latest techniques in forensic testing and DNA analysis.
Okay. Did they find anything new?
Nope. In 2000, another reconstruction of Helen's murder was broadcast on Crime Stoppers. It resulted in a new witness who claimed that he's seen Helen talking to the youth who was playing with her 2 dogs. The witness believed the pair knew each other and were talking quite openly.
So this is 13 years after the fact.
Yeah.
Isn't it? How would you remember?
How have you not gone forward? You sat there for 13 years with this information.
Yeah, well, even if you just kind of like found out that, oh, this woman died, you wouldn't remember that a random woman 13 years ago was talking to a youth.
You might have remembered the dogs. If it's on a reconstruction, they're going to be the same breed.
I don't know. I'm dubious about that because of the amount of time that's passed. And also, it seems like quite a small detail. I saw that woman playing with her dogs, talking to a youth 13 years ago in the woods.
Mm.
Like, you know, I see when we go out for walks and stuff, and we go through the woods, we see other people. And this is within the last like year or so. You know, for them to pop up on Crime Stoppers. And, you know, we got told that somebody had been killed in a forest we went to a year ago. I wouldn't even remember that I was in the woods at that particular date. You know what I mean? I know I've been in them, but I couldn't tell you the exact date. And I definitely wouldn't be able to recognize a person. If they showed me a picture on TV, I wouldn't be able to go, oh yeah, I've seen that person in the woods a year ago. The only way that would make sense to me is if this person has, like you say, initially they knew this had happened way back in the 80s.
And it sparked
They've kept, no, for whatever reason, they've kept it a secret or kept it to themselves. And then it's only when it's kind of entered the public eye again, they've gone, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to...
Could have been their child that's moved away.
Maybe there's a family member or...
Yeah. The police then believed the killer was most likely a local boy with a good knowledge of the woods.
Right.
In March 2017, on the 30th anniversary of the murder, Avon and Somerset Police made a new appeal for anyone with further information to come forward. The police carried out further DNA analysis on remaining evidence and received a number of calls with new leads, some of which provided names, but no further developments in the investigation was announced.
Wait, when was that?
2017.
And you said that was 30 years.
Well, yeah. And the last bit is has been speculation that her murder may be linked to the apparently motiveless killings of 14-year-old schoolgirl Kate Bushell and Lynn Bryant in 1998.
So they're saying it's potentially linked.
In 2018, retired police intelligence officer Chris Clark noted the similarities between three cases. Or they have never officially been linked.
Right.
But I've just realised, so Somerset, Weston-super-Mare, where Helen was murdered, is not far from Devon, where Kate Bushell was murdered, or Cornwall, where Lynn Bryant was murdered.
Okay, so
It's all in that same part of the country.
So there is potential that this is a serial killer there.
Well, the murder is 10 years apart. So if this is a 17-year-old, they're then 27, or even if it's 24-year-old, then 34. Lynn's, the suspects they were looking for, or the people of interest they were looking for, was the driver of a van between the age of 30 to 50.
All right.
And then the man that was believed to be in his 30s that she was talking to by the church. So if he was between 17 and 24, you add on 10 years, 10, 11 years.
To what, 24?
Yeah.
So no, 35. So they fit the age.
For the age, yeah.
Yeah.
But we haven't looked at Kate yet. So what I'm going to do is you're going to do the next podcast. But on my next one, we're going to look at the unsolved murder of Kate Bushell and talk about hers. And then we'll sit down and actually talk about the connections.
How they're all linked.
And how they're all linked. Because we've just sat here, we found 3.
Yeah.
And that's only looking at 2 murders.
Yeah. I'm starting to think it is the same person, especially because the ages match up.
Well, how big was the murder? Because I did have how big the murder weapon was. Lynn's.
What are the chances they'd have the same weapon though, right, 10 years later?
Very high. If it's one that they love, 10 to 14 centimetres long. That's what that?
Yeah, it's like a
Small blade.
Switchblade. Yeah. Like a penknife.
For a small blade.
Yeah.
And Helen was killed by a small blade.
Seems strange that it would be the same weapon.
Yeah, I think we'll find out a bit more on my next Bad Karma episode.
Yeah.
But it's just so sad. Like you said, this war veteran has survived the war.
Yeah, you don't really expect women working on trucks or even being a trucker or a driver of trucks or anything. So
Not back then, no.
no.
So she was a strong woman. And this is how...
This is the thing that gets her. She's been through World War and some fucking loser in the woods is how she goes. Yeah.
It's disgusting. And it's not fair. And she deserved better. She should have been at home with her sister. Not being killed in the woods.
So whoever's doing this, they've got a definite type, don't they? It seems to be sort of older dog walkers.
Not really, because the next one's a 14-year-old girl.
Oh, well, that kills that.
And that one's a in-betweener.
Well, it's definitely women, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dog walkers.
Well, we don't know how or why Kate died yet, because I haven't looked into it. Like I said, I am going through this. I'm researching this, and I'm linking. But I think I've stumbled across a really sad 3 cases that I'd never known about. I'd never heard of these. But I wasn't born when this happened to Helen. But I just find it really sad, and I think that these stories need to be told.
Yeah.
It's like, I've looked, and there's quite a few videos regarding Helen Fleet, but there's only a few on Lynn Bryant. So people have come across Helen Fleet more than they have Lynn Bryant.
Yeah.
Even though there's a possible connection.
Yeah, I'm interested to find out more about what the connection is. Because I know it's similarities in the way they kill, definitely by the sounds of it, similarities in the murder weapon.
And in the killer.
And in the killer. I'm interested to see if actually the theory is that it is the same killer, just, a few years in the future. But I suppose we'll learn more from the next episode.
And like they said, it's not officially linked, it's just speculation, but it's an interesting speculation.
Yeah.
And it's interesting that we can sit there and find theories and we can find connections, and we've only read 2 of the cases so far.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure the police have also made the same connections.
Where it says that it wasn't until 2018 that the police, the retired police intellectual officer that made the connection.
Intellectual officer.
Intelligence officer?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's strange how that's when the connection was made, is into 2018.
Yeah.
If it is the same guy and he's out there, that would put him in his what?
He's in his 60s, basically. So he's an old man himself now.
Late 50s, early 60s.
Yeah. That's if he's still alive.
And I wonder if there is more murders out there that you can connect to it.
Yeah.
Unsolved cases. What did you think to the case?
It's just a very sad one, isn't it? I just keep thinking about, having gone through a war and just coming out the other side, and it being, not bombs that take you out or a foreign army, but just some guy. I think that's quite scary. I think it's a very sad way to go.
I completely agree. If you do have information on this, please get in touch with Avon and Somerset Police. I don't have any links like I did with the Lynn Bryant murder, but you can still contact the police. So please don't sit on any information. Please get out there and try and help find this murderer. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode, and I, Cornell, will be back in 2 weeks with the unsolved murder of Kate Bushell. What are you doing next week, Mark?
I think we'll leave it as a surprise. I will come up with something interesting. I've already got an idea of what it's going to be. It's going to be true. It's not necessarily an unsolved murder, or it could be. We don't know. That's part of the speculation, but it's a very mysterious event that still to this day hasn't been fully explained.
Oh, cool. That's mysterious.
It is.
I like mysterious. Okay, on that note, you can listen to us on Spotify,
Apple Podcasts,
Amazon Music,
YouTube,
Facebook, and TikTok on Bad Karma Network. So get into the polls or email us at badkarma, karma with a C, podcast @hotmail.com. If you're interested in Charmed, the 90s TV show, we do have
Carla's a witch.
Carmen's a Witch. And if you're interested in Squid Games, we do have
Carla's a killer game.
which Mark still keeps on putting off the games. So I think he just doesn't want to die. I think that's it. Okay, that's a wrap. Take care, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks. Bye.